Washing the dishes.
Or HRV. Or from getting a pilot or passport. All part of 2019's Best SUV. I'm here today to experience the joy for yourself.
Get a great deal on the Honda Pilot as part of 2019's Best SUV winner at the Honda Summer Spectacular.
It's not enough to help him take his first step. If we're not deciding for all the steps that follow, it's not enough that she can hear her own voice. If we're not hearing what she has to say, it's not enough to reduce her recovery time. If we're not building a relationship that lasts, it's not enough to deliver breakthrough therapies or pioneer minimally invasive procedures, or to be a leader in robotic assisted surgery. If the people we treat aren't treated, Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personhood, and care.
Tonight at 6, a search underway for the man accused of killing a woman on the road as she was returning from a doctor's appointment. More on who is doing as well these little free libraries. Parents are surprised to see several empty all at 6.
Tonight, the surprise move here in Washington on the eve of Robert Mueller. Also, it had severe storms slammed the east coast of a rare tornado on Cape Cod. The motel room ripped off witnesses describing the harrowing scene. The man killed by falling a tree. Hundreds of thousands without power tonight from Wisconsin to New York to New England. The major church tonight, the oldest college student family. Under arrest tonight, what authorities have just revealed. Here in D.C., that unexpected twist on the eve of Robert Mueller before the American people. What Mueller has now asked for, John Carlin, White House. The urgent manhunt tonight after the American woman and her boyfriend were found dead on a road trip in Canada. Tonight, 2 young men who were thought to be missing are now suspects in more than one case.
What the
Jon Stewart grinning on the Hill tonight here in D.C. with Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell passing by. The major vote late today on the 9/11 first responders and their medical bills. Danger on the front lines of the opioid crisis in this country, the office of drop and methadone. The immigration flashpoint, neighbors forming a human chain.
You coloring, baby?
Ice. The young son right there with them, and the other woman smashing through the window of a car. He championed Brexit. Now Boris Johnson is the next British Prime Minister, and he compared him to President Trump. And what you saw right here last night, what you did afterward, it's America Strong.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from the nation's capital.
And good evening tonight from Washington. All eyes on Robert Mueller first thing in the morning, testifying before the American people. And that surprise today, what Mueller asked for in the 11th hour. We'll have more on that in a moment. But we're going to begin tonight with the severe storms turning deadly, slamming the east. And look at this tonight, a rare tornado on Cape Cod today. Dangerous winds, you can see them right there, ripping the roof off one of the Cape's iconic hotels. Here are some of the aerials coming in tonight, the aftermath. You can see the destruction there. The spinning water spout in South Yarmouth, driving rain winds up to 90 miles an hour across the Cape. It's the same system that flooded the streets of Brooklyn, New York, overnight with several feet of water, downing trees across the east, killing a man in Maryland. Tonight, hundreds of thousands are without power. ABC's Lindsay Davis with pictures coming in now from Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Tonight, powerful storms striking the New England coast. Winds gusting up to 90 miles per hour. Oh my gosh! Water spouts turning off Cape Cod, where a rare tornado touched down in the town of Yarmouth.
We want to take cover and take this very seriously.
Watch as the roof is ripped off this motel.
One at a time, and then a whole section of the roof.
All part of the same system that slammed the New York City area at the height of Monday's evening commute. Water levels in the subway. This motorist used a traffic cone to try to clear a blocked storm drain on the Long Island Expressway. The storms knocking out power to more than 400,000 across the region, sending trees crashing onto homes across New Jersey.
Their child in the back bedroom, and now just being struck by the tree.
Tragically, a 17-year-old boy was killed in this house fire. Candles where it started the blaze. And in Carroll County, Maryland, a falling tree killed an 89-year-old man in his driveway.
And Lindsay Davis is with us live tonight from Howell Township, New Jersey. Major damage there as well. And Lindsay, authorities are telling you it'll take some time before the power is restored.
That's right, there's dramatic scenes playing out like this throughout the area. And you can see just how clearly uninhabitable. The insulation bursting through the exterior wall. More than 100,000 customers in New Jersey alone still without power. Utility crews in this area are busy trying to restore power, but we're told that some of the hardest hit areas like right here, it could take several days to get it.
All right, Lindsay Davis leading us off tonight. Lindsay, thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist to News. She's from Detroit tonight. Tens of thousands without power as well in Michigan. She's tracking it all for us. Ginger?
David, skies are getting dark here in Detroit. There's some strong storms that are about to move through, but the really strong severe storms in South and North Carolina today. That's where we find the severe thunderstorm watch that goes right up to the Virginia state line. You can see damaging winds inside there in excess of 70 miles per hour. Much cooler though behind that front, so let's hold the flights to get the dry cool air.
All right, Ginger, thank you. There's also been a major turn tonight in the murder of a young college student in Mississippi. Her body found by a lake 20 miles from the Ole Miss campus. Tonight, police have now arrested a fellow student, 22 years old, charging him with murder. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Mississippi.
Tonight, a shocking arrest in the death of 21-year-old student Allie Costello. Her classmate at Ole Miss, 22-year-old Brandon Peaceville, now charged with murder. The son of a Texas doctor, today shackled at his hands and feet, appearing before a judge. We tried talking to Dr. Daniel Peaceville after he met with his son. He's been held in the county jail. He had no comment. The Costello was on campus this summer taking classes, last seen on Friday. An officer on routine patrol finding her body the next day. This late pocket of students, about 20 miles off campus. And it was also this curvy, dusty road that sheriff's deputy found outside this area, very secluded. Authorities have not revealed the motive or whether the two knew each other, but both were students in the school of business. Tonight, Allie Costello's high school classmates back home in St. Louis are remembering a warm and loyal friend.
Allie was very funny, outgoing, very friendly girl. I just kind of miss how the fact that she was always here for me if I needed to talk to her.
Now, the campus of Ole Miss Officer now hearing the suspect's family is now speaking out tonight.
Kevin Mason, Peaceville's father told Dallas station WFAA that his son is innocent, and he informed the public to withhold judgment. And we also have learned that Memphis, Tennessee police arrested Peaceville at a gas station on Monday morning.
Marcus Moore tonight. Marcus, thank you. And as I mentioned at the top here in Washington tonight, soon be on Robert Mueller testifying tomorrow before the American people. He did not find collusion, but on obstruction, he said he would have cleared the president if he could have. And today, on the eve of his testimony, Mueller had a last-minute request that made immediate news. And here's our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl, tonight.
Just before his long-awaited testimony, former special counsel Robert Mueller had a late request. He asked for his longtime aide, Aaron Zebley, to be sworn in alongside him. Republicans rejected. Congressman Jim Jordan pleaded, you don't get to change the rules right before kickoff. In the end, a compromise. Zebley will be able to sit next to Mueller and confer with him, but will not testify. Mueller himself didn't want this day to come. Any testimony from his office would not go beyond our report. But the special counsel's in-person testimony is what Democrats have been waiting for. They assume most Americans have not read his report.
For many Americans, just learning what's in the report will be a revelation.
Today, even the FBI director acknowledged he hasn't read the whole thing.
I've reviewed it. I wouldn't say I've read every single word.
A longtime public servant and FBI director for more than a decade, Mueller has testified before Congress 88 times. When he takes the oath tomorrow, President Trump will be watching. Today, he clearly had Mueller on his mind. $40 million, interview 500 people, they had nothing. But Mueller did outline 11 instances where the president may have obstructed justice. If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. Democrats hope Mueller will reveal whether he would have charged the president with a crime if it weren't for the Justice Department rule against prosecuting a sitting president. Attorney General Bill Barr ultimately took it upon himself to clear the president. Democrats will likely ask Mueller if he wanted Barr to do that, or whether he intended for Congress to make that call.
So let's go across town now to John McCall, White House. And John, obviously what folks at home want to know tonight, are they really going to learn anything new tomorrow from Robert Mueller? What's this going to look like?
Mueller's going to be testifying there before two different committees. Democrats see this as a big and important moment, and it will be fascinating to see him answer questions for the first time from Congress about his report. Democrats were practicing for the hearing earlier today, but David, Mueller has made it very clear that he does not intend to say anything beyond what he wrote in that report.
All right, we'll see first thing tomorrow, John. Thank you. And ABC News will carry the Robert Mueller hearings live beginning at 8:15 tomorrow morning. I'll be joining George and John and the entire team. Of course, we'll see you first thing in the morning. In the meantime, the other news this night from Washington involves Jon Stewart and the 9/11 first responders he's been fighting for. This image just before the vote in the Senate today. Jon Stewart smiling there as Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell walks by. Stewart's voice put pressure on lawmakers to act. And ABC's Mary Bruce is on the Hill tonight.
On Capitol Hill today, applause and a huge sigh of relief for the heroes of 9/11. The Senate passing legislation to permanently fund care for first responders and survivors.
There have been too many funerals, too many hospices. These families deserve better.
Comedian Jon Stewart has been fighting for them for years, shaming lawmakers for their inaction.
They did their jobs. 18 years later, do yours.
At his side last month, Detective Luis Alvarez.
You all said you would never forget. Well, I'm here to make sure that you don't.
He did not live to see today. Today, for first responder John Steele, an emotional farewell to this fight.
Yes, I cried with John, but that was to exhale. That was to get 18 years of pain and suffering out, and I believe it's out.
It's been a long fight. Mary Bruce live at the Capitol for us tonight, and Mary, a clear sign of relief for the first responders, and this funding will now last for decades.
Well, David, every 5 years they have had to fight here to replenish this fund. That ends today. These first responders will now get the care they need for the rest of their lives. David.
Mary Bruce has been on this from the beginning. Mary, thank you. There was a dramatic new development today in the investigation of an American woman and her boyfriend found dead while on a road trip in Canada. This surveillance, the last known images of the young couple, and tonight 2 young men who at first were thought to be missing are now suspects in this case and in another case too. Matt Gutman is in Canada tonight.
Tonight, that stunning twist in the investigation into the young couple gunned down by their van in remote British Columbia, and a third mysterious death. Canadian authorities revealed the teenagers Briar Schmigelski and Cam McLeod, whose torched camper was found near that unidentified burned body, are not missing, but now wanted as suspects by police.
Is there anything that links these 2 separate events, the decent Fowler murders and the death of this unidentified man?
Not the world where it's right now.
They're the link.
They're the link.
And that manhunt turning urgent tonight. Police say the 2 were last spotted within the past couple of days on surveillance in Saskatchewan, over 1,000 miles away, driving a gray Toyota RAV4.
If you spot Briar or Cam, consider them dangerous. Do not approach. Take no action and call immediately 911.
The last known images of China Deese and her boyfriend, Lucas Fowler, at this gas station. You can see Deese cleaning the van's windows while Lucas pumps gas. At one point, the 2 sharing that sweet embrace just about a day before they were brutally murdered.
And given the thousands of miles that they've traveled in Canada over the past week or so, police tell us they could be anywhere in Canada right now, which is why we're seeing this massive manhunt. And David, just to give you a sense of how fast this investigation has been moving, just this morning, those 2 teens were considered at risk and missing. Now they're considered suspects, dangerous, and possibly armed. David.
Matt Gutman tonight in Canada. Matt, thank you. And we turn next this evening to an immigration flashpoint. Tonight, the images from one Nashville neighborhood where ICE had arrived. Neighbors then forming a human chain to try to protect their father, his young son right there. This lasted for hours. And here's ABC's Steve Insomnia.
What you're looking at is neighbors working together to keep ICE out and protect residents who feel afraid in their own homes. Near Nashville, they formed this human chain, successfully blocking 2 ICE agents of taking away a father who's lived here for the last 14 years. He and his son were hiding inside the white van.
More than happy to shut up. We're just neighbors who wanted to help their own neighbor out.
Similar scenes are playing out in cities across the country. This family in Kansas City is broadcasting live on Facebook as ICE agents broke through the car window.
I can't go back here, please. Because I have nothing to shoot. I couldn't have.
While federal immigration agents try to take suspected undocumented immigrants into custody, there are bystanders protesting and reporting the drama on their cell phones.